Yo guys, today I'm going to be showing you guys where to land in Chapter 2, Season 5. Passive players, I will put your part right after the W keys, but for the W keys here, we have Lazy Lake. You would think you'd be landing Salty Towers or Coliseum because they're new and a lot of people are landing there, but Lazy Lake is still one of the most populated POIs in the game with so many players a drop in arena. There's many places you could land at. You could even land over here at this little house. If you were to land at this house, it's not so good. It has like 3 floor drops and a chest spawn there. The only reason people really land here is for the fishing. Fishing is highly OP if you haven't heard already. But yeah, if you were to land there, you'd have to be really fast at looting and watch out for the player that lands at this building. This building consists of 2 chests, one in this room here and one in the roof as well, and some floor drops, not that good, and then there's a little side chest over here along with a floor drop in here and an ammo box usually. And then there's a chest in this top part and a chest all the way in the very bottom room over here, and then a chest in here, and when you go up there's another chest in this building as well, along with a back chest over here. So those are good places to drop in Lazy, but if you're feeling a little more risky, you could land at one of these 2 big buildings here. In this big building there's 2 floor drops on the roof along with a chest spawn, and then there's a chest spawn in this room and a floor drop right there, and then you go down some more and then you have another chest spawn over here along with 2 ammo boxes under it and a floor drop. And then you go down over here, there's another floor drop, and then there's a chest on this bottom level here, but it goes underground even more, where there consists of ammo boxes. And you go out here, there's 2 chests, 1 chest, 2 chest spawns. Not 100% spawn rate chests, guys, so do beware of that. Don't land on a chest, it's not guaranteed. But in this building here, there is a chest spawn right here and here. Now if you're feeling risky, this is my personal favorite building in Lazy Lake, except for the one I'm gonna show you after this one. There's a floor drop here, you go up another floor drop, and then there's a chest out here along with like 2 floor drops on this roof and a floor drop on that, along with a chest down here in this room, and pretty sure there's one more chest that I'm forgetting of, or possibly 2. There's a floor drop in this room, and there's a chest spawn in this room and in this room. So it does consist of lots of chests. Another floor drop there. There's plenty of floor drops and chests. This is probably the most heavy contested building, so I wouldn't recommend landing here if landing at this exact building if you're really trying to get your points up. Ignore the players here. I had to get this from a replay, but my all-time favorite building would have to be this building over here. It consists of an ammo box and a floor drop loot thing. I already forgot it. And then another floor drop, and then it consists of 4 chests, 1 in the roof right here along with a car down below, and then a floor loot over here along with a noms box to give shields, peppers, etc. And then there's a chest spawn over here, and then 1 over here, and then 1 over here. That's all 4 chests along with some floor loot scattered around in here, and then just everywhere in this building there's some floor loot. And then you also have two more spots. You have this spot with one chest and some floor loot, and then you have this spot that is a really good spot as well, but it's also heavily contested. Guys, this spot is probably one of the most contested areas in Lazy Lake, so do not think you're gonna get it for free. Now this spot, it probably has the most chest and floor loot. You have a floor loot here along with a chest spawn and then some floor loot. And then you go in the building here, you get some floor loot and then a chest spawn up here. And then you go through some more. You go up and over. There's a chest spawn in here as well. And then a chest spawn here and in here under that. Along with a chest spawn all the way at the bottom that could come in pretty handy landing if you wanted to land down through this road and go get that chest, but it is not guaranteed chest, so don't think it is. There's two floor loots and floor loot in there, floor loot, and then there's also a chest spawn up here that can spawn as well. So that's it for the W tiers. Let's get on to the passive players. So basically guys, this one is for more of the passive players. I'll be doing 2 for passive players, and this one is for the ones that are more wanting to take a risk. You would think that you wouldn't be landing a name POI if you're aiming for more of a passive player, one that's not so confident with their skill, but this could be a good drop. Not really landing retail, you're not going to want to fight any of the players in retail. You're actually just wanting to land here at these shops and get the chest that it comes with. There is a chest up in this room that you could land up here and break down, but you could be shot at from someone on zip line or over there on that barrel. And then in that room you have an ammo box on here and another one along with a chest and ammo, 2 ammo boxes, 3 ammo boxes in this room. And then you go on more and more, and then there's another chest, ammo box, and then in the last room there's a chest and probably an ammo box, I don't know, but another ammo box in this room. But why should you land here, or why shouldn't you land here, I should say? Well, as this does have a lot of chests, it also can be contested by 1 to probably like 3 players. So what you want to do is, if you're aiming for passive, is you know where the chest spots are, you land on one of them. If there's not a chest spot in here, you could always drop straight down and get the floor loot. There's 2 floor loot spawns in this bottom. There's one right there and there, and then there's a floor loot spawn up on these 2 platforms on one of them, and then there is a floor loot spawn out here as well. So if you were to land on that chest, there's plenty of floor loot spawns. If you were to land on this back door and there wasn't a chest, there is a floor loot spawn in here, and then there's another one in here. So I mean, it's not that RNG, but it can be RNG. And then if you were wanting to land on this chest, there is a food spawn out here as well, if that chest did not have any weapons. For this chest, there's only 1 food spawn in here. I would not suggest landing directly on this chest unless it is your last resort. And if you're playing passive, what you're going to be wanting to do is to rotate out of retail, because you're not wanting to fight people at all when you're trying to play passive. The reason why landing here is good is because you could get some picks off or some third-party kills along with the chest loot and the all around good loot. It's also edge maps, so you're going to be away from most players if you're trying to play for placement. And what you're going to want to do is rotate back here, farm up all this wood, and you could get that rock as well if you have your time. And then there's more rocks and wood left. With more rocks and wood, you'd get max brick and wood. And then you could rotate all the way around, all the way over to whatever this place is called. We'll just call it house with boat. You could travel all the way to house with boat, or you could go all the way back over here to this double chest that goes straight up this path. There is a double chest spawn here. It's not 100% chest, but you will get probably around 250 brick off of these rocks right here, and most likely one chest with a 50% spawn rate. And then from there, if you're aiming to get more loot, there's a floor loot spawn down here along with a chest spawn and an ammo box. Again, not 100% spawn rate chest, so you might want to be careful about that. And then you could rotate up here and get probably around 250 to 350 metal, along with one chest or maybe two, not absolutely positive. But yeah, that is the drop for everyone who's wanting to land a little passive. But I know not everyone's going to want to take the risk of landing in Retail Row, so I have a smaller location for people that aren't as confident to land at a high populated POI. To play ultra mega passive, I have Junkyard for you guys. This place comes with 3 chest spawns that consists of one in this building right here, along with the ammo box. There's one in this doghouse. Again, none of these chests are 100% guaranteed, but there's also a chest up here. There is little floor loot, not that much, but enough to play a game. With 3 chest spawns, you will most likely get shields in a loadout. It is kind of RNG based landing at this POI, but you will get max metal, max brick, along with max wood. There's 2 ways you could rotate here. You could rotate left, but beware, there might be a player landing at this gas station over here. They won't have much loot. That's only a 1 chest spawn place. But you could rotate over here to this single chest spawn along with some mats and an ammo box, not 100% guaranteed. And then once you go over there, you could travel down the river over here to this RV van that has a chest and a henchman chest. This one could be really good because henchman chests are like guaranteed shields, and I'm pretty sure they're 100% spawn rate henchman chests are. So you could land here, not land here, you could rotate here and get that good loot and then go to your zone wherever it is. But when you are landing here, you also do want to make sure not to run into any dirty dog players. Now the second rotation route you could take is go up this hill. There's a triple chest spawn, not 100% guaranteed, 50% spawn rate, but there's a triple chest. You could build up to it and get some chest. But beware, dirty dog players might notice you and try and push you, although you're trying to play passive. Also look out for place, boat, fish house, yeah. Watch out for people that might land there, because they could try and rotate to you and try and kill you. There's also this bridge here that you could rotate to after you're done. It has a chest. It has like 2 or 3 chests, I'm pretty sure. There could be people landing again, and they might try and fight you, so you do need to be aware of that. There is corn you could camp in over here if you feeling like going hard placement. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the placement drop.